What's up guys? Today we'll be continuing by wrapping the table in a layout. I'm Marian and you're watching Code Top, where everyone can code. Okay guys, so in our previous coding adventure we've separated the section with the menu from the section with the content using different background colors, and on top of that we've also vertically aligned both of them. Today we'll start by adding a head to our basic HTML, and inside it we'll add a title and a meta description. So let's do that. We'll add a head and we press tab. In here we add the title and we press tab, and in here we say HTML basic. If we save this page now and refresh it, instead of basic HTML over here, we'll see HTML basic, the title of our page. So now let's add a meta description. Name is description and content HTML basic is awesome. This description is not visible in our page, however, when you Google something, this is what Google will put from the title. So Google will use the title tag to render this text over here, and this text over here will be rendered from our meta description if we have one. If we don't have one, Google is smart enough to try to render some relevant content. However, we can control what Google shows about our page using the title and the meta description. Let's continue. And right now we want to fix the table. So I double click the table in this left section and the file gets opened and is present over here. In Visual Studio Code, if we press this icon over here, split editor, we can see that now we can have on the left side our basic HTML and on the right side table HTML. So right now all we want to do is to replicate whatever is in basic HTML inside table HTML. So let's do that now. We'll do a doc type HTML and after that we'll do an HTML, and inside it we'll do a head and the title, and this will be HTML table and a meta description, name, description, and content HTML tables are really cool. Okay, so now we'll do a body, and inside the body we'll do our table that renders the layout. So we do table with a width of 100%, and in here we do a tr, and inside the tr 2 tds. If we want to do 2 tds, we can say td times 2 and press tab, and inside the first one we have an h2 and a ul. So let's do some advanced emet right now, because we've learned that in order to do an h2 we can just press tab and it will do the h2. However, let's do something else. If we want to create more tags at the same level, we can do plus ul, and if we want to create children we can use the greater sign and we want to do 3 LIs, so li times 3, and each li should have an a tag. So right now we have our content field with all the tags that we needed. So then again we have an h2, and at the same level we have an unordered list. The unordered list has 3 li items, list items, and each list item has an a tag. So emmet will auto generate the HTML code for us when we press tab. So now let's say menu, and before we continue, let's change this link into steps. We'll do steps a bit later. So this will be steps.html. You'll find out what this steps is all about quite soon. So right now let's do steps.html and steps. The second link is basic.html, HTML basic, and the third link is table.html, HTML table. Okay, and now let's move our content. So this table over here, we select it, we say Ctrl X or cut, and let's put it inside this TD and arrange it a bit so where the numbers are, start dragging up, and then once you selected everything but this table which sits properly, press tab a few times, and this is right. If by mistake you pressed a few more tabs, that's okay. In order to undo the tabs, press shift tab, and that's it. So let's save and go back to our table and click on HTML table, and we can see that right now we can navigate forth and back. However, let's update this google.co.uk to steps. It's already steps, we haven't saved the file. When you have modified the file and you haven't saved it, you see this circle over here. So when you press save, that circle disappears. Now if we refresh this one, we see steps, HTML basic and HTML table. Let's also add the coloring and the vertical align, and we are done with the HTML table. So for this TD, we say BG color gold with 25% and V-align top. Let's save it, refresh our page, we have some colors, and the second one is BG, has BG color with light sky blue and vertical align top. So let's do that quickly. BG color, light sky blue and V-align top. Let's refresh our page, and right now we can navigate between basic and table, and we also have exactly the same look and feels. Today we've replicated the layout from basic HTML into table HTML, and we've been able to navigate from one page to another. In the next lesson we'll do some nested lists in step HTML, and we'll also record all our steps in that file so we can consciously know exactly what we are doing. See you in the next lesson.